What's up guys, Shane Stars here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a super intelligent robotic vacuum cleaner and mop. This is the Narwal Freo, and it has some intelligent features that allow it to clean depending on how dirty your floors are for maximum cleaning. Big shout outs to Narwal for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, let's go ahead and get everything out of the box. I love how they have this little pull tab. Just kind of makes getting the box open a lot easier. Okay, and then it looks like they've got a couple of pull tabs so we can just kind of lift everything up. First up, we've got the user manual. Next up, we have the actual robotic vacuum itself. There is the Narwal Freo. It already has a couple of mop pads, mop modules pre-installed, and then the brushes are color-coded here, so those just very easily snap on into place. Next up, we do have a quick start guide, so you're going to be able to get this set up very quickly and easily. All right, lastly, we do have the base station. One thing that's really cool about the base station here, it does have an LCD touchscreen. I also really like the handles on either side. It just makes it super easy to move. And then also, you have both a dirty water and a clean water tank. One thing that's interesting here, they did decide to go with a clear tank for the dirty water. A lot of the manufacturers will make this brown so that the water appears dirtier than it actually is. But here you can actually see the dirt and grime that you're picking up with the Freo. Looks like we have some more goodies down below here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so this did include a bottle of the lemon basil specially formulated floor cleaner that goes with the Narwal system, and then the power cord was in there as well. Another thing that I really love here is this is super easy to clean and maintain. I haven't seen another robotic mop setup where you could actually remove the mop cleaning tray. So this can easily just be removed, and then you can actually run this in the sink and get this nice and clean. Also, the entire bottom portion of the base here can be removed for cleaning. So not just this part, but also the white part can be removed for cleaning. The other ones that I've seen, this stays put and you can't remove it for easy cleaning. Let's take a closer look at the vacuum itself. So we do have our LiDAR navigation system here. This is going to shoot out thousands of lasers across your home so that this gets an accurate map of your home and is able to navigate with efficiency. There's the power button. If we open this door here, you have a 480 milliliter dustbin with a touch-free open. So I think that's really cool. You don't have to get your hands dirty here, and it's big enough that you won't have to empty it every single time that you use it. There's also a reset button there as well. On the front, we have additional sensors for obstacle avoidance here. If we turn it around to the bottom, you've got two brushes on the front. You have your triangular shaped mop pads. This is going to help this to clean in the corners. You have pretty big wheels, a very wide brush there in the center, and an anti-cliff sensor so you don't have to worry about this thing falling down the stairs. Next up, let's go ahead and get this set up. The first thing that we'll do here is we will put in our cleaning solution. I love the fact that Narwal's not going to leave it up to me guessing how much solution needs to go in here, but it just kind of auto feeds the perfect amount of solution into the water so we get the perfect mix. All right, next up we will load our clean water tank filled with clean water. You can go ahead and put the vacuum inside the base here, make sure that the brushes are facing out, and then we'll go ahead and plug this in. Once plugged in, you will notice that you get sound and light from the monitor here, so we'll go ahead and go through the setup process. It looks like we can finish the installation from the application, so we'll go ahead and select our language. We can select our country. You can put in your email here. Next up, we're going to add a new device, Narwal Freo. Okay, we'll go ahead and get connected to Wi-Fi.
Network connected successfully.
And just like that, your robotic vacuum has been added to the application. That was probably the easiest setup that I've ever experienced on a robotic vacuum cleaner. So big shout outs to Narwal for making that super simple. All right, so I've got it all set up. It's time to launch this into the first cleaning so that we can get a good map. So in the application, all we've got to do to get going is just click the play button, and that's going to begin the initial cleaning. So right off the bat, this is a major advantage of the Narwal Freo. Most vacuum cleaners on the market, you have to wait until they have completed several cleanings before you have access to the map. So this map here, it already has the rooms broken down. I can already do things like send the vacuum cleaner out to a specific area. I can customize a zone to have it to do zone cleaning. And it only took 13 minutes to get a complete map of the bottom floor of my house. So that's just one major feature. I have all the smart features of the vacuum available for use within the first 13 minutes of turning this on. To me, the main thing that really sets the Narwal Freo apart from the rest of the pack are the intelligent features that are built into this system. From the very first cleaning, I could tell that this is one of the smartest robotic vacuums that I've ever used. It actually let me know that I was in Freo mode and that it would basically do everything for me, hands-free, mind-free. It's going to be able to do everything on its own. So I just pressed the play button and let it do its thing, and I was pretty impressed. So of course there are lots of customization options. You can customize the suction power for the vacuum. You can customize the amount of water that you want the mop to put out while it's mopping. And you can customize the amount of times you want this to go out and clean specific areas. But the Freo mode makes all of those decisions for you and just cleans based on how dirty your floors actually are. The Freo can intelligently determine how dirty the mop pads are when they return for cleaning, and it provides the exact amount of water and cleaning solution with the agitation of the spinning brushes to make sure that those mop pads are clean before it returns back out for more cleaning. The included Dirt Sense technology can then determine how dirty your floors are based on how dirty the mop pads are and determine whether or not the mop needs to go out for additional cleaning cycles to get your floors nice and clean. I tested this out on some really stubborn stains in the kitchen that my other vacuum cleaner failed to clean up. After the third pass, this had totally cleaned up that specific stubborn stain. So I really love this Dirt Sense technology. It just keeps going back until it gets all the stubborn stains clean. And I was absolutely disgusted at how dirty the water in the dirty water tank was after cleaning my downstairs with the Narwal Freo for the first time. The Narwal Freo uses both mop pads and downward pressure to get all of the gunk and grime off of your hard surface floors. It even is intelligent enough to know the difference between your hardwood floors and your tile floors. So when it's on tile floor, it knows to apply more downward pressure and can supply more water to the mop pads for a deeper cleaning. And when it's on more sensitive wood floors, it can apply less downward pressure and less water, just so you don't have to worry about this damaging your floors over time. Another unique feature that Narwal Freo uses to make sure that it gets every nook and cranny of your surfaces is the Smart Swing technology. So this is actually going to activate the corner traps technology to make sure that it swings into the corners and gets all of the debris in the corners and edges of your room. You can activate this once a week, or you can activate this for every cleaning just to make sure that you are getting all of the dust and debris in all the corners in your house. When it comes to automatic mops that have mop pads, one of the main issues can be that if the mop pads aren't able to get dried, they can form mold and bacteria, which can cause a terrible odor. You don't have to worry about that with the Narwal Freo. It actually delivers a dual stream of warm air that is at a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius. So you get a gentle heat, which will kill any bacteria or mold and keep those things from forming, so you don't have to worry about unpleasant smells. One thing that's really neat about the Narwal Freo is that it uses more of a human logic whenever it cleans your area. So it's worried about things like cross-contamination. For instance, with the Narwal Freo, it does take an intelligent path, cleaning your room line by line. That being said, it does overlap from the previous line in order to get all areas of your floor clean. One thing that's really neat here is when it's overlapping the previous line, it will actually retract the brush, so you don't have to worry about cross-contamination with the dirty brush going over the already clean surface. This is also equipped with LiDAR mapping up top and sensors out front. So it does pretty good at obstacle avoidance, but it's going to do a great job of mapping out your house and making sure that it gets the most efficient clean possible. It sends out thousands of laser signals to map out every portion of your house so that it can see objects before it approaches them. This is the most advanced type of mapping, and you're going to be able to see those maps inside of your application, and you can actually tell the Narwal Freo to go to a specific room and clean. And you can also do things like set up a no-go zone and set up other boundaries. When it comes to navigation, the Narwal Freo definitely has the most advanced type of navigation with the LiDAR. When it comes to its cleaning ability, this is one of the most powerful vacuum mop combo robots that I have been able to try. At 3000 PA of suction power, this has plenty of power to pick up dust, pet hair, and other debris. The V-shaped side brushes rotate at a high speed and automatically adjust the speed depending on the scenario. So they can slow down whenever they're approaching corner traps, just to make sure that it doesn't spill out any of the debris. And then also it can spin slower on carpet as well. The rounded triangle mops ensure that you get a good clean near edges and corners, and spin at 180 RPM to ensure an efficient and effective clean. Another standout feature here has to be the fact that the mop heads can actually lift up whenever this goes into carpet. So this is truly a hands-free solution. Most of the robotic mops that I have tried will not go on carpet. So when they detect carpet, they just go the other way. They will not go on carpet. You actually have to remove the mop pads or the mop module in order for those vacuums to go on your carpet. With the Narwal Freo, it does both your hard surfaces and carpet together without the need to take the mop pads off. So I love the fact that it does lift up those mop heads and will travel onto your carpets and clean your carpets without having to go in and make the change. Also, once again, to ensure no cross-contamination occurs, the Narwal Freo will only venture onto carpets after the mop pads have been washed. So you don't have to worry about staining up your carpets with dirty mop pads. Another standout feature here was just how quiet this operates. So it operates at 39 decibels, which is not very loud at all. In fact, I could watch a program with my family. With the Narwal Freo, we can just kind of live life usually, and because it is so quiet, it doesn't really interact with our day-to-day. I actually prefer the app experience for the Narwal Freo, but I do love the fact that it has this really nice touch LCD display. This would be great for those that are not comfortable with operating a vacuum cleaner on their cell phone. Having those touch controls right there just makes it super easy to operate this, even if you don't have your phone on you. Battery life on the Narwal Freo was pretty good. I was able to get the entire first floor of my house clean on a single charge. If it does happen to run out of battery before it's finished with its cleaning, it will return to the base and recharge itself before returning back out to clean. I was able to get from about 10% to 60% charge in just 1 hour, which is really fast when you compare this to the charging speeds of other robotic vacuum cleaners on the market. The only things that they could improve here is multi-levels for your maps. So right now you can only do one map, and then you have to remap your area, say if you want to take this upstairs. And then it would have been nice if this worked a little bit better on my high pile rug. It works good everywhere else in the house, just not on that specific high pile rug. In the end, this has been one of the easiest robotic mop vacuums that I've ever used. With features like Dirt Sense technology, I know that my floors are going to be spotless. With features like the Freo mode, I'm pretty much hands off. I just let the Narwal Freo do all of the work for me without really having to think about it. Also really love the fact that I don't have to change out modules in order for this to clean both my hard surfaces and my carpeted areas. And with the self-cleaning base, this really is a hands-free experience. I've really loved the Narwal Freo, and like I said, this is definitely one of the easiest robotic vacuums that I've ever used. I'll be sure to include links in the description of where you can pick one up for yourself. That about wraps it up for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.